Imagine waking up to find half of a new digital currency, worth billions, sitting in your wallet with no instructions and the eyes of an entire community on you. Overnight, your life changes and suddenly, you're at the center of a global financial experiment. The world is watching and every move you make could send shockwaves through the crypto universe. That's exactly what happened to Vitalik Buterin, co-founder of Ethereum, when Shiba Inu's anonymous creator Ryoshi sent him 500 trillion SHIB tokens. This wasn't just a gift, it was a challenge, a puzzle, and a test of character, all rolled into one. This wasn't a private deal, it was a public irreversible move, recorded for all to see on the blockchain. Every transaction, every token, every decision, transparent and permanent, open to scrutiny from anyone, anywhere in the world. Suddenly, Vitalik became the largest holder of a meme coin he never asked for, holding the power to legitimize or destroy it. The fate of a community, and perhaps the future of meme coins, rested on his next move. If he sold, the price would crash. Billions could be wiped out in seconds, and trust in the project would evaporate. If he held, people might assume he endorsed it. His silence could be interpreted as support, fueling even more speculation and hype. The fate of thousands of investors, and the project itself, rested in his hands. Every trader, every fan, every skeptic was waiting to see what he would do. This event forced the crypto world to confront big questions. What does decentralization really mean? Can a single person truly hold so much sway in a supposedly leaderless system? How much power should one person have? Should the actions of a single individual be able to make or break an entire ecosystem? Was this a marketing stunt, a gesture of trust, or a reckless gamble? Was Ryoshi trying to make a statement, or simply rolling the dice on crypto's wild frontier? The world watched, waiting for Vitalik's next move. News outlets, investors, and crypto enthusiasts everywhere held their breath, knowing that whatever happened next could change the industry forever. What he did next would set a precedent for the entire crypto industry, shaping how future projects, communities, and leaders would navigate the unpredictable world of decentralized finance. Ryoshi claimed sending half the SHIB supply to Vitalik was a gesture of trust, a bold move meant to show the world that the project was in safe hands, beyond the reach of its own creators. It was supposed to protect SHIB from manipulation, ensuring no single founder could control its fate or act out of self-interest. But for Vitalik, this so-called gift felt more like a burden, an enormous, unexpected responsibility he never asked for. He hadn't requested the tokens, nor did he ever publicly endorse SHIB or its mission. Suddenly, he was thrust into the spotlight, holding the keys to a project he barely knew. Imagine waking up to find yourself the majority shareholder of a company you've never worked for, with millions watching your every move. Every decision you make could send shockwaves through the market, making or breaking fortunes overnight. By holding 50% of SHIB, Vitalik became a single point of failure, contradicting the very idea of decentralization that crypto stands for. The community obsessed over his wallet, tracking every transaction, speculating endlessly about his intentions and next steps. Vitalik, known for his strong principles and commitment to decentralization, faced a true ethical dilemma. Any action could have massive, irreversible consequences. The pressure was immense, and the world was watching. Investors watched, hoping he'd validate their dreams and bring legitimacy to SHIB. Others feared he might destroy everything with a single move, ending their hopes in an instant. The entire market waited for one man's decision, highlighting the risks of centralization in a world that was supposed to be trustless and decentralized. Vitalik's next move would define not just SHIB, but the future of trust, responsibility, and power in the crypto world. The world held its breath, waiting to see what he would do next. Why did Ryoshi choose Vitalik? It was a calculated move. As Ethereum's co-founder, Vitalik was respected, neutral, and known for his integrity. By sending him the tokens, Ryoshi publicly burned their own access, signaling they couldn't dump on the community. It was like sending a royal hostage to guarantee peace. As long as the tokens sat untouched, the community felt safe. But Ryoshi admitted the risk. Vitalik could sell and destroy SHIB at any time. This tension, hope versus fear, became the project's defining narrative. The world watched, Would Vitalik act out of self-interest, or uphold the ideals of decentralization? The experiment put the spotlight on him, forcing a decision he never asked for. SHIB's story became a global spectacle fueled by uncertainty and trust. The stakes couldn't have been higher. In May 2021, as India battled a devastating COVID-19 wave, Vitalik made his move. He donated 50 trillion SHIB, worth $1.2 billion, to the India COVID Crypto Relief Fund, making one of the largest crypto donations ever. This act transformed SHIB's image overnight, from meme coin to vehicle for massive philanthropy. The donation caused market volatility, but Vitalik was transparent, urging responsible sales to minimize impact. He wasn't cashing out for personal gain, he was using the tokens for good. This set a new standard for crypto ethics and shifted the narrative around SHIB. Vitalik also donated to other causes, systematically divesting himself of power. Each donation reduced his influence, showing he valued principle over profit. The world saw crypto's potential for real-world impact, but Vitalik's biggest move was still to come. Even after his donations, Vitalik still held over 400 trillion SHIB, more than 40% of the supply. To end the centralization risk, he burned 410 trillion SHIB, sending them to an inaccessible wallet. This irreversible act permanently removed the tokens from circulation. In his note, Vitalik made it clear, he didn't want to be a locus of power for SHIB or any project like it. He praised the community but insisted true decentralization meant standing on their own. Rather than sell or donate, he chose to destroy the tokens, removing his influence forever. It was a bold statement value should come from the community, not a single figurehead. This act handed control back to SHIB holders, letting the project chart its own course. The burn became a defining moment in crypto history. Vitalik's burn instantly changed SHIB's fundamentals. 41% of the supply was gone forever. Scarcity increased, and so did the token's perceived value. The event became a cornerstone of SHIB's story, attracting new supporters and boosting its legitimacy. SHIB was no longer just a meme. It was a symbol of community resilience and decentralization. The burn echoed Bitcoin's early days, where Satoshi's untouched coins reduced effective supply and built trust. With Vitalik's holdings gone, SHIB's ownership became truly decentralized. The community took charge, building new projects like ShibaSwap and a metaverse. The burn wasn't an end, it was a new beginning for SHIB's ecosystem. The project now stood on its own, powered by its holders. The story of Vitalik and SHIB is a masterclass in ethics and decentralization. It's a rare example of how one individual's choices can ripple through an entire ecosystem, challenging the norms of what's expected in the world of cryptocurrency. Given billions, Vitalik chose charity and destruction over personal gain, setting a new standard for crypto leadership. Instead of hoarding wealth or seeking influence, he redirected value to causes that matter and removed himself from the equation, showing that true leadership is about service, not self-interest. His actions proved crypto can be about more than speculation. It can be about responsibility and community. By making these bold moves, Vitalik inspired others to think beyond profits and consider the broader impact of their decisions on society and the crypto space. The SHIB burn became a rallying cry, symbolizing the project's handover to its holders. It marked a turning point, where the community realized that the future of SHIB was truly in their hands, not controlled by any single figure. This legacy fostered a resilient, self-driven community that continues to build and grow. The SHIB community learned to organize, innovate, and support each other, proving that decentralized projects can thrive when people unite around shared values. Vitalik's decisions laid a foundation based on principle, not personality. He demonstrated that the strength of a project comes from its ideals and the collective will of its members, rather than the charisma of a single leader. The lesson, true value in crypto comes from strong, principled communities, not from any single leader. When people work together with integrity and vision, they can achieve lasting impact. One person's ethical choice reshaped a digital nation. It's a reminder that every action, no matter how small or large, can influence the direction of an entire movement. As SHIB's story continues, it stands as proof that decentralized power and responsibility can change the world. The ripple effects of these decisions are still being felt across the global crypto landscape. In crypto, the most enduring value is found in the strength of the community. When people come together with purpose and trust, they can build something truly revolutionary.